Alright, so this is the PMT function, and it has 3 arguments. It has a rate, it has periods, and then it has a loan amount. It's a financial function that will actually calculate the payment schedule that you need to repay a loan based on whether or not you're making constant payments, and if you have a constant interest rate. So again, it has 3 arguments. It has the rate, periods, and loan amount, and this is what it usually looks like here. This is where you have the interest rate per payment period. Your periods is the number of payments that are paid over the life of the loan, and then you have a loan amount, which is the amount of the loan. Normally when you have interest rates, when you make payments on loans, you're paying on a monthly basis, so you have to calculate your rate in a way that will reflect that. So normally you have to take your rate, your percentage, and divide it by 12 in order to get that. The other thing is, normally when you have periods, sometimes they only list the number of years you're going to pay on a loan, whereas you're definitely usually paying on a monthly basis, so you have to go back and multiply anything that's a period in most circumstances by 12 in order to get the right number. And then of course you have your loan amount. So this is how ours is going to break down. Since we're using named cells, we can use the name of the cell where that number is located. So we're going to use our rate and divide it by 12. We're going to multiply our term by 12, and then we're going to put loan amount in. So let me go over to my sheet. I'm going to go into monthly payment here. I'm going to zoom in some, so a second. So here we have our monthly payment. So to do this, I'm going to put in an equal sign. Normally what happens when you do the payment, when you do this calculation, it comes up with a negative number. So to get rid of the negative number, I'm just going to put a negative sign in here, and it will take care of that problem. I'm going to do PMT, so I'm going to start to type it in, and when I find it, if I double click it, it will put it in place for me, and you'll notice it says rate. N per is the number of payments, PV is your present value or your loan amount. The other 2 things we're not going to worry about for now. I'm going to start to type in rate. And you'll see rate pop up in this list. Remember, this is the one that you named, so I'm going to double click it. I'm going to divide that by 12. So that's my first argument. I'm going to put a comma. I'm going to do 12 times, and then we'll start to type in term. And double click it. And then I'm going to put a comma after that. That's my second argument. And then I can start to type in loan amount. And the only thing left to do is to put a comma on the, or put a parenthesis on the very end of the whole thing. Alright, so that's your PMT function. I'm going to click my enter button. And my payment at that loan amount is going to be $2,963.10 per month.